planet Earth, oftentimes called the blue planet due to the amount of water that occupies its surface. 97% of water is salty and 2% is trapped at the poles. So all human existence relies on just 1% of that water to survive. Climate change is making water more erratic and more areas are experiencing much more extended dry periods. Moving to the next slide. Water usage. Most of the fresh water ends up being used in agriculture, about 70%, and industry, which accounts for 22%, being used in the food products that we consume every day. Next slide, please, Claudia. Disposal of wastewater, which can cause environmental damage, is an inherent issue that we need to address. Just to contextualize the sheer immensity of the problem that we are facing, more than half of the global fresh water is released into the environment as wastewater, and 44% of global fresh water is consumed by agriculture. Hence the importance of our call-up to look into these issues. Moving to the next slide, how it is important. Because the World Economic Forum Global Risk Reports estimates that we will see up to a 40% shortfall in water supply by 2030. This is if no changes are made.
And this is, so my presentation tried to come the facts and figures from other perspective, that is the impact and the importance of water. So for that purpose, this is a brief outline. So I will try to make a conceptualization about circular economy, but about how important is water in circular economy, and particularly where is the water when we think in bioeconomy and biorefinery. That I'm very interested in working in biorefinery approaches, but most of times we forget water, thinking that is like water is always with us, that we forget it in terms of circular economy. And so at the end, I will give you some examples about water reuse as a key to close the loop, and also to talk a little bit about circularity of water in my research group that we are now starting to look with it. So I have been working with aqueous biphasic systems, but now we are also thinking in recycling and reusing the water. This is very, very important.
And I will talk about my research, which is totally related with water, water recovery. In this case, the application of advanced oxidation processes for wastewater treatment, targeting water recovery. And I will talk a bit about this case study that is olive mill wastewater, although we have lots of other works that I could talk here. So everyone knows about this, that water pollution and scarcity is a big issue of our time. Here, the wastewaters that are discharged to the natural water courses are a main problem, mainly because they will pollute the water streams, but also that since we are disposing water that could be recovered. Here, in my research group, we focused also in other kinds of wastewater, but mainly in agroeffluents due to their complexity.
My approach will be more practical. What we'll talk with what Adventech is actually, what we do, what are the challenges, the regulation, and the fear from industry. I will not talk more about technologies for treat and reuse wastewater, but I can mention some words about it.
My presentation will be entitled Treatment and Valorization of Pork Processing Industry Wastewater. So I'm going to start with a little introduction about cork. I think everybody knows cork, right? It's just the outer bark of the Quercus tree. In Portugal, it's really important. Economically, Portugal is the biggest producer of cork in the world. So from here we can see that it's really important. And cork, it's important for us because it's light, it's soft, it's compressible, expandable, it's fire resistant, it's impermeable. So all these characteristics make cork really attractive.